Hi everyone, this is Ravi Singh, Assistant Professor at International School of Management, Patna. In this video lecture, we are going to talk about inventory management. So, uh, in this inventory management, we are going to discuss about what inventory is, then classification of inventory, then inventory cost, and we will finally discuss about some inventory control mechanism as as a matrix. So let's understand what inventory means. So inventory means any kind of idle material or resources of an enterprise or a company awaiting future future sales or future use or future transformation. So from the from this definition, it is clear that anything which is not presently required, any resource which is not presently required, so these kind of items are stored at safe place for future use or transformation. So it may be raw material, it may be some kind of components, it can be work in progress, it can be finished stock, it can be item under transit, it can be maintenance and repair objects. So these kind of items are usually known as inventory, or in simple language we say is as a stock. Now if we classify this inventory, so inventory can be classified as per the nature of materials, as per the uses of materials, or as per the function of these materials. So as per the nature of materials, it can be classified as production inventory. It can be WIP inventory. It can be MRO. MRO means maintenance and repair objects. And the fourth is your finished good inventory. And as per the use of the materials, if it is used for transaction purpose, it is known as transaction inventory. If it is used, if you are storing, if you are keeping the inventory, or if you are storing for with certain assumption that in the coming time, the price of these materials will rise, and with this, and at that time I will sell. So with this speculative intention, if goods are stored, then it is known as speculative inventory. Then with the intention of precaution, as a precautionary measure, if you are keeping some items as a stock, then it is mm, known as precautionary inventory. So these are the as per the uses of materials. Then as per the function means what inventory does. So it works as a working stock until unless you have stock at your disposal, you can't work, your production can't run. So as a working stock, inventory is required. Then as a safety stock, then and as an anticipation stock. So anticipation means to handle some kind of fluctuation. So in business, fluctuations are a regular phenomena. So all the time, sometimes demand may go up, sometimes demand may go down. So some kind of fluctuations are always there. So to handle those fluctuations, we keep some inventory at our disposal. Then pipeline stock. Pipeline stock is something similar to your WIP. WIP as well as uh, goods under transit, items under transit. These are also known as pipeline. Then cyclic stock. Cyclic stock is a very interesting stock. So we keep inventory at our showroom or at store, and these inventory works as a silent salesman, because when we go to a showroom and we don't find a lot of stock there, we feel that this story is not so good. I will not find variety here. But once we see a lot of stock at a place, we become confident that this at this place I can find my uh, item of my choice. So uh, this is the function of cyclic stock. Then decoupling stock, here it works as an intermittent stock. Means between two processes, these two processes are connected. So say for example, if one in a because of any issue, if one process stops and and uh, the product of the output of first process becomes the input in the second process, and the output of second process becomes the input of the third process. So this way these are coupled. So if at any point of time, because of any reason, one machine has stopped working, so so if one machine has stopped working, then the whole manufacturing process or the whole process will stop. So to decrease the dependency of one process over the other or one machine over the other, we keep some stock which is known as decoupling stock. Now, the inventory cost. So we can classify inventory cost in three major heads as a procurement cost, inventory carrying cost, and stock out cost. Let us discuss in detail one by one. So first one is your procurement cost. Procurement means purchase. So in the purchase, what are the costs involved? One, the cost of the item. Second, the expenditure in order processing, then the transportation, then the insurance, then the telephone, internet, all these charges, and the manpower charges. So manpower is required to process all these order, then record keeping, then material handling, material inspecting, auditing. So all these costs are clubbed as procurement cost. Then the second one is your carrying inventory carrying cost or holding cost. So so under this head, cost of working capital. So if we want to hold a lot of inventory, our lot of working capital will be blocked there. Working capital has its own cost as a as an interest. Then warehousing charges. If higher the inventory we are carrying, then we have to spend more on its rental, taxes, manpower, all these things. So more warehousing requirements will be there. So related charges will also go up. Then insurance charges. Higher the inventory level, insurance charges will be high. Cost of damage. Higher higher the inventory level, definitely cost of damage, breakage, pilferage, also these will go high. Then cost of depreciation, that will also go high with the level of inventory. Then stock audit cost, the larger the inventory you are carrying, the audit cost will also go up. So all these costs are related to the level of inventory. That depends on the level of inventory. Higher the level of inventory, then higher will be your holding cost. Then third one is your stock out cost. This cost means if we are running out of stock, if we are keeping a very low stock, and because of some reason we are running out of stock, then what will happen? We will also suffer some kind of loss. So these loss are loss of opportunity, Operation line is stoppage costs, customer dissatisfaction, we will lose our goodwill, and also in some cases we have to pay some extra money because of urgency. Because if you need some item urgently, you may get those items at a higher price. Now, this is the last part. So, how to uh, control our inventory? Because inventory needs lot of control and careful decision must be taken. So, to control, first we classify our inventory on the basis of value and on the basis of criticality. So on the basis of value, if we classify the items under class A item, class B, and class C. So there are three types of class: A type item, B type item, and C type item. So A type of item will be those items who are of highest cost, highest value. So these highest value items may be less in your total inventory, but quantity wise it may less, but value wise it may be much higher. So A class item. Then B is medium and C is the low value items. So this is your value wise classification ABC. Now, depending on the criticality or you can say importance, you classify the items as VED, vital, essential, and desirable. V stands for vital, E for essential, and D for desirable. So vital items are those items that is must. Their availability is must. If they are not there, then you may have to suffer a great loss. Essential are also very much required, and desirable is are those items if they are not there, the non-availability is not going to cause you a lot of harm. They should be available, but if they are not available, in that situation also you are not going to bear a lot of loss. So now how you will how this matrix works and how you can control your matrix. Say for example, there are some items who fall under the at the left topmost corner, A and B. Yani, it means the item is of highest of value, A type item, and also it is of vital importance. Then what we should do? We should continuous reviews required, review regarding its sales, its consumption. So continuous review is required. We have to procure as needed because it is a costly item. So we will we will purchase only when it is required. We will not purchase at in surplus. Then high safety stock, as these are vital items. So vital items needs to be you have some extra items so that even it your regular stock is finished, you may use that you may use item from that safety stock so that your function should not be hampered. So safety stock is required because the item is of highest importance, that is vital, and low order quantity. As it is very costly, so your order quantity should not be high. Now we are going the extreme right. That extreme right item is very of high value, A category item, but it falls under desirable category. As it is desirable, so lest everything will be same as just discussed, only we have only our safety stock will differ. There, for Vital, we had high safety stock, but as it is desirable, we may we may our safety stock will be less. There is storing lot of item is not required here. Now, item is vital. Now I'm going to discuss about the bottom left. So item is vital, but value wise, it is of C category, means lowest value item. So periodic review is required. Periodic review, you may review it on 15 days, you may review it on 1 month. So as these items are uh, usually are at bulk. So, continuous review is neither expected nor required. So periodic review is required. Then high safety stock because it is also a vital item, and high order quantity because it is vital as well as the value is not very high. Now I'm coming to the right bottom. Periodic review means item is desirable and of low value. Periodic review is applicable. Low safety stock because it is of desirable kind and high order quantity. So this way we can manage our inventory efficiently. Thank you.